Hello, and I just want to start by reviewing that when it comes to building a lead magnet and building an audience, of course, you definitely want you definitely want the mechanism on the webpage to encourage people to subscribe, as well as the appropriate form, whether it just be a clickable form, embedded form, or a pop up. And then, of course, to get people to subscribe organically, you definitely want to remember to distribute that link organically or via promotion, which could be referrals, it could be organic social media or any channel along that nature. But the important thing to remember is that there's nobody is truly an expert. That um, that for that reason, there are plenty of tools at your disposal. As of right now, of course, my campaign, my campaign is manual, and that was based on an initial trial run working on Mailchimp. But under Create, we can also, send a few different types of emails, whether it's a regular, automated, or plain text email. Plain text, and the regular or plain text emails start with a campaign name, but some interesting automated options include the email subscribers when they're tagged, welcoming new subscribers, um, saying happy birthday, or sharing blog updates. Of course, depending on your purpose or different types of content that you have to offer. Any type of these automated ones, could definitely be useful. And of course, they could also follow the customer journey as well. But just keep in mind there are plenty of resources out there um, to help provide the best information. Maybe I know copywriting and coming up with the right words can be stressful. That's why you know people you know you know people or higher level experts in this field have created templates. There's research on what converts, and utilizing a template. Utilizing a template can definitely produce better results for you. The one thing you want to do is you always want to keep it as a conversation. That's the most important thing. Make sure it's your own. Make sure it's conveying what you want to do. The template can be a guide. Um, it could be a guide. You don't want it to be a crutch, but it could certainly make things much more simple and much less stressful for you. But of course, while you don't need certifications, or you definitely don't need an expert to start and learn by experience, we do have, there are very valuable resources out here that can build your confidence. Um, one of the recent certificates that I achieved was a HubSpot email marketing certificate, and this is what I see signed in to my HubSpot Academy account. And if of course, if I could find the time, definitely I have very plenty of learning opportunities that you know HubSpot HubSpot can provide. And as you can see, I've completed the email certification, which is something that in large part definitely provides you confidence, and definitely makes you feel like you know the pillars of strategy, um, and how to create an effective inbound marketing strategy. Um, Now, if you have access to it, if you're in a class or a course, a facilitated course, something that I've had a great experience in was with Stu Kent, particularly Mimic Pro, and this is an example of the certificate that I've received from Mimic Pro, which simulates search engine marketing. I'm working with a PPC, or a cost per click, um, uh, paid search, simulating a budget of $50,000. They have a number of different rounds, and in these different rounds, sometimes there's different aspects you focus on, including some rounds that simulate email marketing, and it's definitely great simulated practice to work with data or work with a budget, and not having any specific risk. Um, and if I go to Mimic Pro, I can definitely see the results I have from those couple years ago. Um, so this latest round did not have a particular it did not have a particular email campaign. That's why those numbers are specifically zero. But if I look at the scoreboard, one of the things that you always find interesting is some of the things that you may have been successful at compared to others, and there are so any campaign has four measures of success, whether it's revenue, just how much is being generated, profits, of course, what's left over before the expenses have gone out, the return on investment, how much each dollar spent comes back to you, and reach, which is how many eyeballs or how many people are seeing your content. And the interesting thing is, during this simulation I had strong return on investment. Which means the way I do things is based on an efficiency standpoint. Now, of course, any campaigns, any key performance indicators can be different based on what your objective is, but Stu Kent and Mimic Pro is just a great learning tool for search engine marketing, as well as email marketing, and of course, maybe paid search might be a way that you can get your content out and gain subscribers. Um, Now, lastly, I do want to refer to Aweber, and this website is Aweber What to Write. The interesting An interesting guide that we have here um, includes 45 plus email content templates and the complete course on writing great emails. This page allows you to download a free guide. And if you download that free guide, of course, then what you end up seeing here is, let's see. And what you end up seeing, of course, congrats. Okay, and you just access the guide right here, and it'll be downloadable. Um, so on this what to write, you have a very convenient scrollable piece, and here's one of the important things that I like about this guide is, it breaks us down in this table of content, and what you see here is the specific lessons or the specific templates are, definitely in order of the customer journey. It starts with the confirmation email, works to welcome, eventually to lead generation and lead nurturing, to selling the product, and eventually to, after the sale, generating a survey and generating feedback. Because as you know, feedback from sales that you've already made, and what a customer likes or what a customer would like to improve, is valuable data to improve your results for the future. Um, Obviously the internet definitely has some great resources, and I definitely encourage you if you're interested in learning. Um, for one thing, the best teacher is going to be your own personal trial and error. But if you want some tips, helpful practice, or just some helpful information generated from people that do this for a living on a very high level, then I definitely recommend always checking out HubSpot. If you have access, trying a round of Mimic Pro with a group, or even just downloading this template. This could definitely be very helpful for you.